Hello and welcome to Qsports. I'm Mudu Gajaga and thank you for joining us. Coming up this evening, we're talking about football, also different martial arts, karate, and a unique and special martial art. But first on Qsports, we will be talking about a Gambian player who is now an international because he's played for the national team. He was a former Real de Banjul player. Abdoulaye Cisse, 20-year-old, have signed a professional contract with St. Pauli, a team in the German Bundesliga. And this is a player who scored 13 goals for a country or a club in Estonia called Paide. Paide is a team that has some pre-contractual agreements with Real de Banjul, and the player went there, has a fantastic season, scored goals, had some assists. That was the reason why he was selected for the Gambia national team and has since got his first goal for the Gambia national team. Because of his impressive performance, then he impressed the scouts of St. Pauli. And just last Friday, he signed a contract, and officially it was on the St. Pauli website and also on their social media pages. The Real de Banjul Vice President, Bakary Jammeh, was somebody that I spoke to earlier on Friday to have an interview to look at Abdoulaye Cisse, what kind of a player he is, and when he was playing for Real de Banjul, what he has performed, and to see him at this level, was it a surprise? First, this is the reaction of Bakary Jammeh.
For us in Real de Banjul, we are really very elated for Abdoulaye going to the Bundesliga, one of the top leagues. And also for ourselves, for ticking a box. This has always been our strategy to get our players and to get Gambians eventually arrive at the biggest leagues. He's not the first. We have today Aliou Fadera playing in Como in Spain. But certainly Abdoulaye did it much shorter than Aliou Fadera. We are not surprised that Abdoulaye came this far. It's as if I'm sure you know, if you're following his career, he's been with us for a long time with our B team. He started with us in Sporting Real, which is our B team. For a few years, and then he was promoted to the first team. And we've always believed in his ability. His coaches have worked tremendously well for him. Abdoulaye comes from a very good family. They've done very well for their kid, and he is also really very ambitious. I mean, he will be in some place and you will not notice. And he's one of the most quietest footballers you may come across in the Gambia. But his work rate has always been superb. He's very motivated. We have invested a lot in him. We've sent him on trials to Sweden on 2 occasions. But it didn't actually turn out in most cases, for non-footballing reasons. So that is why we arrived at a decision, of course, certainly with the agreement of our partner club, Paede. Maybe during the program, you allow me to talk about our relationship with Paede vis-a-vis the greater scheme of things for Real de Banjul. So Paede took him on less than 6 months ago, and you've seen how well he had. It was a win-win situation. Paede had already qualified for European competition, and Abdoulaye was arriving after a short stint in Sweden. So they gave him a platform to play in Europe, and he did very well in not only in the local league in Estonia, but also in Europe. And you see what led that to be called to the senior national team, and he even scored a goal. Now he is going to St. Pauli, which is really a very big club in Germany with great ambition, more than 115 years of history. I think the Gambia should be really happy that we have one of our sons that also have the great possibility now to be a world star, and this will be very good, not only for Ablai, but for the Gambia, because in our strategy in Real, what we have always been trying to do is to ensure that we take as much boys as possible so that we can have the critical mass of Gambian players play in big leagues. And certainly that will translate into a much stronger national team for our country.
Well, that's a very good one, Bakari Jame. But again, many would say Real de Banjul's model has been fantastic in the Gambia when it comes to helping players develop and then sending them to clubs at the professional level. Estonia is not bad for a start, but let's say is Real de Banjul visioning to a point where they would develop players and European scouts from professional teams would directly get the services of these players from Real de Banjul without like a third party maybe going to Paidi. I know, of course, your relations with Paidi, but that's a discussion for another day. So is Real thinking along that line in terms of developing to a level where European clubs would come directly to Real de Banjul, sign players, and they're already ready material? I know it's difficult, but is this something possible?
That is already happening. In fact, I will not let the cat out of the bag now, right, but I can certainly assure you, inshallah, in 2025, you will see, certainly I am certain of two announcements that will come later from the club. I will give the honor to the club president, really, to when the time comes about that. So that's actually happening. But the Paidi Real de Banjul strategy, if you allow me to step back, because some of us have been in this business for very long time. When we formally took over this club in 1988, we were a group of people that really wanted to move away from being a local champion. For Real de Banjul to be a local champion seemed to be just stars in the Gambia. We have set ourselves a target of really making the club international. And I think we're ticking various boxes. We are stepping up the ladder in that area. It's not been easy. It's been very difficult. We were a group of people. Not everybody actually had the wherewithal or maybe had the spine, so they drop along the way, except only three of us that remain. But we wanted fundamentally to transform the club into a business model. And then today we have done that because we are able to earn enough money to reinvest back into the club, preparing our players for the next stage. Having our own head office, which you know, I think you have visited once, or maybe you have seen Real, and have our own stadium, and also, but more importantly, soft bit of preparing our players to be mentally, physically, technically ready for professional life. Because in this journey, we have seen a number of players that we've invested money in, we've sent to Europe, and they will go, they will not make it, not because they didn't have the talent, but perhaps the culture, or maybe the weather, or the mindset, or even communication. So behind the scenes, we work on all that. Regarding Paidi, so to be able to have, we are having a multiple. Let me be clear. We don't have an exclusive arrangement with Paidi that every single player with Real goes to Paidi. No. That doesn't exist. Certainly, we work with them. One good thing we have done was to bring in a coach here. You know, the coach that they provided for us for a year. Which we were jointly responsible for his return. They pay his salary and we pay all other costs involved in keeping him here. So Slava spent a whole year not only coaching the team, the players, but ensure that together we work on processes and procedures. We put a system in place that will prepare young boys for the next steps in all aspects, but technically, tactically, discipline, diet. That is why we have an accommodation in our head office in Kerrial, and then we camp the young boys that we think can have a good shot, and it's actually working. And 2025, people will see a difference. You will see Real de Banjul players that are coming directly from Real into big leagues in Europe. Hold me on to this before December, inshallah. But you'll definitely see it, and perhaps maybe you have an interview or with me or Pasamba regarding this in 2025. But it's already actually happening with the Paedi partnership. It worked for us. I mean, the first person we started was with Alassane Jatta. You know where he is now. He's in Notts County in the third tier of English football, correctly? Not so.
That's Bakary Jammeh, the Vice President of Real de Banjul Football Club, talking about Abdoulaye Cisse, who signed a contract with St. Pauli, a team in the German Bundesliga. And we wish Abdoulaye all the best of luck. He has showcased real talent, especially when it comes to goal scoring. He's been in phenomenal form for Paidi. And still on football, now let's talk about home football in Sukuta. There is going to be a big league final on Saturday, the 11th of January 2025 at the Sukuta football field, known to many by its popular name, the Dembadu Mini Stadium. And the president of the Sukuta Sports Committee is with me in the studio, Matar Cham. Matar, welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much, Gajaga. It's a pleasure to be here. First, I want to take this opportunity to say a big thank you to our sponsors, Qsal, Ajib, and also Jamano. Also to use the opportunity to thank you for giving us the platform to talk about our final. Thank you very much. And then to your viewers, I say thank you for the viewership.
Yes, Matar, first let's look at Sukuta football. You've been playing Nawetan for quite some time, ages now. Sukuta has some of the players. Somehow, I think, if I am right, Alassane Jatta, the player that we are talking about, who plays for Notts County, is from Sukuta.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's a product of that football field.
There you go. And then first, I want to also congratulate Babalai for the new signing, and also Real Madrid. Just like you mentioned, last we called him in Sukuta, actually was spotted by Real de Banjul. You know, the organizer, I think, was the Silver Jubilee or something. Yeah. They organized a tournament, and then Sukuta really played very well. And they said, okay, Sukuta and a few other teams can be part of the competition. And there they were able to scout a number of our guys, our boys, including Las. And we're really happy for him. And then thank you again to Real Madrid for that evil eye. Yes, they're the one. Yeah. So yeah, coming back to Sukuta, we've been there, just like you said. Sukuta is one of the key footballing zones in this country. Way back in the late 80s, we were the only few teams that were playing these zonals. Those days, only the finalists will play from Sukuta, Brikama, Banjul, Serekunda, and so forth. Later on, I understand our cousins in Gunjur, because they've been so way behind, and they were crying foul that they should also be part of it because Sukuta is there. So GFF had to expand their wings and then accommodate Gunjur, then Brufut, and others also came in. Yeah, so just like you rightly mentioned, Sukuta has been a big part of the whole thing.
So the big final is on Saturday, the 11th. Dembadu Mini Stadium should be packed to the rafters.
Oh yeah, you know, it's like the tempo is already very high. People are very excited, and the finalists are all excited. Definitely, we're expecting a very impressive performance. The two teams are just excellent. They have the boys, they have the talent, they have the discipline. They have everything to show for. In fact, if you are scouting, you want to come and scout from there. By the way, we had our last knockout final just last Saturday. I want to say congratulations to Willinkama, California. Coach Barrow and his boys, they did very well. Hard luck to Bedford United. They lost during penalty shootout. But then it was a very fantastic one. We expect a much better one this Saturday.
And Sukuta is a community that cherish football a lot. So many football lovers around, teams, and they take community ownership when it comes to community football.
Yeah, that's the beauty of sports, particularly football in Sukuta. I mean, people are very passionate about the game, and I think that's why year on year Sukuta has always been having the most the best fans club, especially during zonal days. And recently West Coast as well, our impact is well known. So yeah, Sukuta is, we're really passionate about the game. And that's why if you go to the streets now, all the streets are level, you know, road to the final. If you go, I mean, by the way, Team Hondown is the one playing against Arabic School. So these are typically community-based football teams. The boys are there, the girls are there, the women are there, the old people are there. So everybody is behind them. So right now, if you go to their streets, I'm really fascinated when I see these things going on. And you see their fences and walls all leveled, you know, road to the final, Team Honda, road to the final, Arabic School. So it's really good. It's really good. And one thing I want to commend the people of Sokoto is the resilience they have shown, is the respect they have shown, the love they have shown. We've been one of the most peaceful, I mean, football zones in this country. It's just for the first time we had to invite the PIUs to come during finals because that's part of the protocols. But technically we've been playing our leagues without any encumbrances, if you would like me to use that word. And it's been going very fine. And we expect the final also to go very fine, considering the teams that are playing.
Sukuta is another community that has a vast diaspora based in parts of Europe, the United States of America, Asia, who always think of their community, especially when it comes to sports. How is their involvement in this?
Yeah, the diaspora, they play a big part. We have, like, for example, North America Sukuta Association, NASWA, which is a legally registered entity in the United States. We have the Sukuta diaspora community in the UK and others. And they are a big part of the community, like I said. Recently, we're embarking on a project to come up with a pavilion. Of course, our first target is to have a grass, or at least a turf, artificial turf. But unfortunately, what we got was not enough. So we're like, okay, why don't we start with something? I mean, considering inflation, I mean, you don't want to wait until next year to start it. Let's start with something that we can manage with. Hopefully, by the time we get to next year, we'll be able to mobilize enough resources to be able to do it. Yeah, so the diaspora community, the VDC, like, you know, Sukuta is a very, very kind of connected community. So everybody is part of it, those here, those abroad.
I was going to jump in there for my next question concerning infrastructure, the Sukuta Dembadu football field.
Right.
Well, of course, we're used to calling it mini stadium, but it's not up there yet.
Right.
They still play on a sandy pitch where Brikama has artificial turf, and then you have places like Serekunda is grass, Banjul, artificial turf. Yes, of course, we know for the Brikama one, the Gambia Football Federation, through a FIFA project, the first artificial turf, and then they had to relay it again because of, as a matter of fact, after 10 years, you would have to renovate it again. What's the state of Sukuta? I would have loved to see grass pitch on the Sukuta mini stadium, and also maybe perhaps artificial turf. What's been happening?
Yeah, to be honest, Dembadu is definitely deserving of an artificial turf at least, or grass. But by the way, ours was coming, but Gunjur hijacked it. So we leave that for another day. But then even after having it, they came to us and say, hey, you know what? Our turf is done, but we cannot finance our toilets. So why don't we have a big match, rival match between Sukuta and Gunjur, so we can raise funds? And we helped them, yeah? So they were able to raise, Dembo, maybe if he's watching, he can tell me how much, but they ended up giving us back 15,000 to say, hey, we scored a lot of money. So coming back to your point, we think it's very important. For me, I keep saying having a grass is just more than just decorating your field. You know what I'm saying? It's very important for the safety of players. I mean, playing on this is good, I mean, to some extent, but you can see there are a lot of risk factors there. Sometimes your players are sustaining unnecessary injuries. Avoidable injuries, because of the nature of the field that they're playing. So I think it's a collective responsibility. As community, or as a community, we'll continue to do our part. We continue to engage stakeholders. We continue to engage our friends here and abroad to see if we can remobilize. And by the way, we have done it before in the past. I think Sukuta is one of the first in the Gambia through community initiative, to have our own Bahama grass. This was about 17 years ago. But I think it was not preceded by a proper feasibility study. And when, after just one season, everything was literally washed away by rain. So we realized that we have a lot to do because of the geographical location of the place. You need to put certain things in place. So yes, we working hard on it. My target as a president when I came, that was one thing I was looking at. But like I said, the funding was not enough to take care of that. And it's not something that you can do on piecemeal, that you want to do this part and then next year you come and do it. It doesn't work like that.
Way,
yeah, so hopefully we are talking, and there are some people who have also interested, who expressed interest, even it's going to be through partnership. So we're exploring all these options and see, hopefully very soon.
It's a very expensive venture. You talk about an artificial turf, you're talking about millions.
Correct.
So I know your committee, yes, would generate some funds when it comes to the Nawetan gate takings, but that wouldn't be enough, of course. So if you have partnership, maybe through the Gambia Football Federation, they're partly responsible for football development, not infrastructure directly, but somehow they write projects to the World Football Governing Body, FIFA, which infrastructure is also part of. That's how they were able to improve the Brikama pitch.
Yeah.
Banjul, of course, for some time, and then they want to do Manjai. They're the ones who did the Gunjur Nyamina football field as well.
Right.
Have you engaged them at any point?
Yeah, first I think I want to use this opportunity to commend GFF for the work that they're doing. Of course, I mean, just like they say in Manika, of course, people will be complaining here and there, but that is for them to double up and do more. So we're engaging them. In fact, when I first came to office, we have written to them officially to have that engagement. But I'm sure because of resource constraints, that is why. But I'm very confident that they are also looking at the possibility. I mean, Sukuda is a big town. I mean, compared to other zones, we are relatively larger. Of course, not Brikama or Serekunda is, but then, yeah, we're engaging them. But then, like I said, we don't just want to restrict ourselves to just one source. We're looking at other options. For example, there's a potential investor who is looking at partnering with Sukuda, considering the strategic location of our place, and see how we can come up with a standard football stadium where we can have a joint ownership sort of a thing. But like I said, there are some modalities that needs to be worked out, and because it's a community thing, so we exploring these options. So hopefully soon we will be able to make a decision on that particular one.
I know for the start of the program you thanked QCell for the sponsorship, but maybe on a final note, you want to say...
In fact, by the way, I thought you were going to present my jerseys here.
Yes, that should have been, that was an oversight. It should have looked beautiful to have
presented that one here. So to be honest with you, I want to say a big thank you to QCell, not just because I'm in your studio. I would have said the same thing, notwithstanding, but we're really grateful. And the entire community is really excited about this. And we're very hopeful that this is something that will grow from strength to strength moving forward. And yeah, the teams are already all excited. I'd call them and say, hey, you know what? Your jerseys are all set. QCell is coming to dress you just like they did last year. And they're all looking forward to receiving their stuff. So thank you to QCell, thank you to Ajib, and thank you to Jamano for the sponsor, Bunja and team. Yeah.
It's a pleasure to have you, Matar, and wish you all the best for the final. I will be there, inshallah.
Yeah. Come one, come all. And I will also use this opportunity to invite everybody, particularly football lovers. I mean, we have exceptional talents over there. So if you want to really watch football, local Nawetan, Sukuda is number one.
Sukuda is number one. It will never disappoint you. Be there on Saturday to watch the two teams who are going to play in the final. Yeah. We are now going to take a short break, and when we are back, we'll be talking about different martial arts. But aside from that also, football trials when it comes to academies and young players who are being scouted by some people from the United Kingdom recently in the Gambia through Unique Global FC and also their partners ECA, that is Elite Coaching Academy. All that on Qsports later on the show.
Introducing the QSmart and QSmart Plus, where innovation meets affordability. Capture life's precious moments with stunning clarity thanks to our high-resolution cameras. Enjoy uninterrupted performance with a fast processor and a long-lasting battery that keeps up with your day. The QSmart offers a 5.9-inch immersive display, powerful performance, and an all-day battery life, all for just $3,400. Plus get an incredible bundle of 15 gigabytes of data, 120 minutes of talk time, and 300 SMS absolutely free. Upgrade to the QSmart Plus featuring a faster processor and extended battery life and a larger 6.5-inch screen for just $4,000. With it, you receive a massive 30 gigabytes of data, 300 SMS, and 120 minutes of talk time completely free. All bundles are spread across a 3-month period. Don't miss out. Get your QSmart or QSmart Plus from QCell today. Discover the best in quality and value right here in the Gambia. Available at all QCell customer care centers across the country. For more information, call 111. QCell Senior Boss, We innovate, others follow.
With so many things to do in a single day, it's important to have a network you can trust. When there's family and friends to connect with and business calls to make, you need a network that is reliable and fast. Talk longer, browse faster, go farther, and roam wider. When your network is solid, the world is your oyster. Qcell, your trusted network in the Gambia.
Mitoma. First time cross, really threatening, and it's dropped for Minte, rifled in! Out.
Did you know you can buy cash power using Q Money Wallet absolutely free up to $30,000? Use our app or dial 323 hash and select Q Power. Choose Register Meter. Enter your meter number. Dial *323 hash and follow these simple steps. Number 1, select option 3 for Q Power. Number 2, choose option 1 to buy any amount of Q Power.
Welcome back and thank you very much for joining us. This is Qsports and I am Mamutu Gajaga. And now we're going to talk about the different martial arts. It's new to me, but not new to the president who is with me in the studio. The Gambia Vovinam Viet Vodao Association held recently an exhibition at the Youth Monument at Westfield. And in that exhibition, they really demonstrated some skills of martial art, but it's a different one. With me in the studio is their president, that is Mamadou Njai, and Mamadou is somebody that I am going to engage in the Wolof dialect. Of course, Jërëjëf Mamadou Njai, yaa nekk president of this association, def ngeen benn demonstration, Westfield Youth Monument, ci ay fan yu passé nii. Mun naa wax ne seetaan naa videos yi, but nekkoon na loo xam ne daal lu rafet la. Wax ñu si martial art bi ban façon martial art la lu tax mu uti ak yeneen yi karaté ay kung fu yeneen yi daal.
Ok Gajaga maa ngi lay nuyu bu baax di kontaan ci dalal bi ñu dalal yàggoon nañ ko sàkku waaye xam naa tey la ko yàlla soog a dogal. Martial art bi mi ngi tudd Vovinam Viet Vo Dao. C'est Vietnamese martial art. It's originated in Vietnam.
Vietnam.
So moom dafa combine 5 disciplines: karate, kung fu, judo, boxe and taekwondo. So yi nga jàng si yooyu yëpp yaa ngi ko fekk si biir. So moo tax ñu different ak ñoom ñun ñoo dee sol uniforme yu blue yi. So mi ngi ñëw fii nag 2008 on the 10 January 2008 lañ ko fi indi man maa ko indi Gambia. So boobu ba léegi ñu ngi liggéey si suuf ñu doon liggéey underground work. Now am nañ ay club yu bëri four regions yëpp am nañ fa club. Sport bi nag military martial art la soo demee Vietnam seen soldats yi seen military yi moom lañ dee train ku ci amul black belt doo join. moo tax soo could you remember soo bàyyi xel war between Vietnam and America. Vietnam then use this sport as a weapon to defeat US. So war boo xam naa yaa ngi koy remember.
Wow.
So moo tax sport bi am doole Vietnam bëgguñu woon mu génna Vietnam because it's for their secret.
Okay.
moo tax waaye comme dañ ko doon aaye ko daan jàngale gars yi di ko jàngale ñu leen di rëy di leen tëj ñi nga xam ne ñoo daw nag génna ñoom ñoo génnee wàlle sport bi so moo tax sport bi mu am doole trop so sport bi nag comme noo ko waxee rek yàgg nañoo liggéey ba last 3 years lañ affiliate si National Sport Council ñu am suñ licence di liggéey bu baax right now ni ëpp ñoomi loo ñoomi yaatu na fa trop parce que man bu ma ñëwee lu doon sama target mooy génnee ko combo dem si bi nga xam ne they are part of us parce que sport bi yëpp dañ ko jël bàyyi ko biir combo so man nag lu doon sama target mooy ma génnee ko because ci àll bi dañ fa am ñoo xam ne dañ strong te dañ am xel waaye mënuñoo jot si sport bi moo taxoon ma génnee ko si ñoomi bi ëpp ñoomi loo ñoomi njëkkee woon ko Fass Thiaho because man Fass laa cosaanoo fii laa juddoo suma famille Fass lañ juddoo Fass Thiaho so moo taxoon ma njëkkee woon fa start ko fi 2 years génnee ko tamit dem si ñoomi bi ba right now ni am na suñ boy bu fa nekk moom mooy assistant technical director moom moo nekk côté yooyu di liggéey bu am solo muy Amat Kebe so ñu ngi liggéey bu baax nag last week ñu amoon international training camp before last week sax 2023 amoon nañ guest boo xam ne ñu ngi jógee ko woon US ñu koy ooyee Master Kambin Nguyen mooy jigéen boo xam ne moo raw ci àddina bi moo yóbbu sport bi US moom American Vietnamese la so moom ñëwoon na Africa seet si Gambia te man maa ko fi taxoon a ñëw Sénégal ñëw Mauritanie so ñëwoon na fi year before last defal ñu séminaire bu mag boo xam ne réyoon na torop because ñu bëri ñu ngi bugg a am loolu waaye mi ngi gis suñ liggéey naka la moo mel moo taxoon mi ne moom Afrique dafa ñëw 3 countries Gambia Sénégal and Mauritania te Gambia ñi ñoo ko fi indi woon sport bi daal si gàttal waaw mi ngi noonu
soo ñëwee si wàllum développement bi yéen tamit da ngeen dee jàngale xale yi pour train leen si sport bi ngay wax ni su jógee si fànn boobu tamit yaa ngi wax fi yëfi military bi concerning Vietnam yooyu moom dina tàngal yaram torop te ñu bari mun nañ ko xoolaane lu ñaaw daal comme yéen tamit ndax self defense la discipline jàng endurance comme nit ki sa yaram bi dafa war a sawar dafa war a yëngatu ak yooyu noonu pour loolu daal ndax pour uti koo xam ne daal da nga koy nokk daal
ok sport bi comme Gajaga dañ am suñ goal our goal is the formation of a true man loolu mooy suñ goal soo bàyyi xel suñ laa jàngal dañ laa wax ne martial art it's not for fighting it's for discipline waaw mooy mu pour nga tàggat sa boppa jël sa boppa jikko yu ñaaw yoo yore woon nga jël ko teg ko fële nga defar sa boppa so loolu mooy suñ liggéey ba tax na am na very important ñaari wee positif ak négatif dañ la koy jàngal dañ laa wax ne da nga xaaj sa yaram bi ñaari xaaj benn xaaj bi nekk positif benn xaaj bi nekk négatif positif bi mooy nga defar sa boppa ba suñoo wax ne nit ku gën a baax wala nit ku gën a jub dañu ne demal nga seet diw sàngam kooku martial art la moo def ngir defar na la sa jikko beneen côté bi mu defar ko ci wàllu physique ci wàllu train ba nga xam ne mun ngaa rey nit ci 1 second waaye la moo tax doo rey nit ci 1 second defar nga sa jikko bi moo tax suñuy def suñu salute dañuy wax ne hand like steel on a clean heart loxo boo xam ne mel na ni weñ gaaw ci rey nit waaye lu tax du mun a rey nit xol bu set boo ko teg so kon kuy jàng martial art da nga war a combine both positive and negative so yooyu ngaa boole nga nekk yow kuy def martial art waaye soo jëlee benn bàyyi benn yow defloo martial art yow reykatu nit nga soo jëlee positif bi te amuloo négatif bi defloo martial art yow imam nga wala ustaas nga wala leneen so kon foog nga boolente ñaar yi nga nekk koo xam ne nga def pure martial art moo tax koo xam ne xam na martial art doo ko gaaw a xam ci moom ngir lu moo defar si yow waaye su solee uniforme comme man nu ma sol uniforme si saa se dama change nekkaat beneen nit so loolu moo tax loolu mooy njëriñu martial art.
su ñëwee si wàllum clubs yi yaa ngi wax ne am ngeen léegi clubs te yéen a ngi decentralize sports bi tamit si dex yi comme ñoom tamit ñu bokk si because am na ñi nga xam ne dañ bugga loolu xale yi bugga nañ yëfi self defense bugga nañ yëfi discipline soo ñëwee si wàllum competition nag da ngeen di mën a am competition locally ak internationally because internationally xam naa ne martial arts yu bëri Sénégal lañ day dem ñu foofu lañ dee mën a am challenges ak yooyu noonu.
ok suñ gan gi bu mu ñëwee woon year before last dañ demoon Mauritanie ñu am suñ boy yoo xam ne dañ demoon pour def seen exam black belt they were 7 of them including me ma def tamit sama exam second dan so si lañ commencé di prepare our team léegi ñu war a am African Championship so this African Championship must am in Africa so mi ngi tudd overseas tournament US ñoo ko daan organise léegi ñu dem Belgium ñoom ñaar ñu koy awante wala ñu dem Canada ñu ne this year dañ koo génnee indi ko Africa so in Africa nag ñoom seen xel ak suñu liggéey ñun ñu tàggat ñu ne kon nañ ko yóbbu Gambia si lañ ma contact me as a president ñu wax ma ko ma ne leen loolu doyut fa ngeen nañu lettre boo xam ne mooy authorized ne ñun ñoo war a host this tournament because it's not a small one this is a biggest one so ñu wax ma loolu ñu seen ma lettre bi buñ ma seenee lettre bi ma ànd ak sama secretary bi ñu dem si sport council ñu tegal leen lettre bi explain na leen ñu ne ñun as association this is national issue we cannot handle it so ñu jébbal leen ko ñoom tamit ñu kontaan si trop ñu xam ne lii nekkul lu ndaw because this is the first time in Africa nekkul African Championship kese waaye dañoo invite 3 European countries and US dañoo ñëw Italy dañoo ñëw Belgium and France dañoo ñëw participate te they are coming with their teams so African countries tamit dañoo ñëw Sénégal Mauritanie Maroc Tchad ak Gabon ak Maroc waaw ñoom tamit dañoo ñëw indi seen team ñëw fekk fi Gambia. so nekkul
lu rëy la
noonu nekkul lu ndaw.
waaw lu rëy la.
waaw lu tax nag ñu am loolu liggéey bu ñu doon liggéey si suuf bu ñu jógee rek dañ jóg ak doole bu ñu jógee rek dañ jóg ak doole àddina bi yëpp gis ñu ne Gambia ñu ngi liggéey te emuñ si we already affiliated in national body. International body. National body and international body. So fii recognize nañu international bi tamit recognize nañu am nañ suñu letter am nañ suñu everything so kon African Championship boobu moom la ñuy préparé nii ñu koy def April loolu egsi na 25th 26th and 27
of April
on April.
ok venue bi fan la moo doon da ngeen decide.
waaw
foo leen koy def.
waaw ñu ngi si doon discuss nañ si ministre bi of youth and sport am na fu mu ñu xelaataloon direct waaye it's not yet certain foofu lañ ko defee wala déet waaye jël nañ 50% yaakaar ne nañ ko fa defee moo tax suñ leeta yuy dem def nañ fa venue bi c'est comme because 3 days la dafa nekk full day te Gambia soo bàyyee xel pour nga def competition full day programme yombut fii si place boo ko defee xool la moo nekka te xool yi ni munut ko so dafa nekk te ay mbooloo ñooy ñëw ay kilifa ñooy ñëw ay master yoo xam ne ñoo xam ne masu ñooy ñëw Africa so ay kilifa ñooy ñëw kon dañuy tagget comme lu mel ni penc mi xool saari xool bi mel noonu nga xam ne dañ ko faa def because it's a 3 days programme
activity
so moo tax foofu lañ taggetagum moo tax suñu leeta yi foofu lañ def foofu lañ place boobu lañ jël comme ne nañ ko fa defee waaye nañ dox tamit pour jëm koo jot so loolu mooy suñ jubluwaay right now nii waaye amaguñ nag certain
place. Okay, that's wonderful. Mamadou lii lu baax la ñu ngi leen ay wis good luck si organisation boobu noonu yàlla na sotti dinaa doon bëgg nag ñu continuer waxtaan bi but xam nga yëfi media noonu la dee demee daal so yëpp waxtu la daal fu mu nekk nii waxtu jàmm nañu ba beneen yoon but dinañ xam discussions yu mel nii in the future.
waaye tamit ñu ngi ñaan tamit comme lii nekkut pour association bi kese because lii is a national issue ñu ngi ñaan ñëpp ñëw jàpp si ñun nag kilifa yu ñu xam yëpp dinañ fa dem ñu tàllal leen suñu loxo because am na kilifa yoo xam ne ñu ngi faa demagum pour tàllal leen suñu loxo ñoom tamit ñu ñëw jàpp si because su succeedee Gambia la ñuy wax su féelee tamit Gambia la ñuy wax moo tax képp kuy doomi Gambia nga bëgg sa réew jëm kanam rawatina ñi nga xam ne dañ dee dimbale sport yi because martial arts sport la boo xam ne ñëpp ñoo ci war a ñëw jàpp because this kind of event musta am fii musta am ci Africa rawatina Gambia sax musu fee am so moo tax ñëpp ñoo war a ñëw jàpp ci ñu gungee ñu dooleel ñu kon maa ngi appel ci yow pour nga gën ñoo jàppale ci yow tamit ni ñu mën a jàppale ci sa xelaat ci sa wàllu media nga gën ñoo taxaw baax a baax xam na soo ñu taxawoo sa bopp nga taxaw kon Badiaga
inshallah jërëjëf waay Mamadou kontaan nañ torop we will now go for another short break and when we come back we will be talking to a karate referee who went international and did fantastically well. Aliou Ba will join us shortly to discuss his recent achievement.
As the fastest growing GSM company in the Gambia, Qcell has the widest 4G plus coverage in the country, 3 times faster internet speed than our competitors. So switch now and dial *335# and enjoy what true 4G feels like. Qcell, Gambia's trusted network. The future is now. With Qcell's 5G network, experience speeds like never before with our new 5G Rocket Fixed Internet plan. Get speeds from 10 Mbps to 100 Mbps. Your 5G-enabled devices. Walk into Qcell headquarters to get one of our 5G routers and experience the true feeling of 5G. Only with Qcell. Qcell brings you the future. Tech, innovation, incredible speed. The future is now. For more information, call our customer care on 111. Qcell, Sunyabus. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
Talk Free Sunday promo. Want to connect with loved ones without breaking the bank? Introducing Talk Free Sunday. Enjoy unlimited calls for 24 hours every Sunday for free. All you need to do is buy a bundle of 200 MB or more between Monday to Friday and get free Qcell calls on Sunday. Get rewarded for buying data only with Qcell and call anyone, anywhere, anytime for free. For more information, call customer care on 111. Qcell, Sunyabus. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back and thank you very much for joining us. This is Qsports and I'm Muju Gajaga. Now, on the show, we're going to talk about karate. Usually, it's the athletes themselves who are in a competition and who have exhibition matches to show. But here with me in the studio is a referee, or if you like, he's one of the judges in a recently held competition in Asia. And he is being granted by the Asia Karate Federation as a judge who is recommended for the first time in West Africa. He is now an international judge. His name is Aliou Ba. Aliou, when you came, there was a massive reception at the airport, Gambia Karate Federation. Some of the karate athletes were there to welcome you. How does this feel?
Oh my God, it was so amazing, Mr. Gajaga. It was so amazing. Honestly, it was a surprise to me of seeing that crowd in the international airport, you know. So, and then as a Gambian citizen, as the first time to achieve this, it was just so superb. I was so happy to see all the karateka's, the media to go there to welcome me.
Yes, talking about the competition that you went to be a judge in, is it in the United Arab Emirates?
Yeah, in Dubai.
In Dubai.
Okay, actually, it's not a competition. I'm based in Dubai actually almost now 4 years. So my journey there was purposely to go and do karate, to focus everything related to martial arts. As a technical director of the Gambia Karate Federation, that gave me more motivation to making sure that to concentrate in whatever I do related to courses there, technical courses, referee courses, in both kimite and kata, fighting and form, they call it in Japanese, in English. So actually, with all those, impacts, make me to be more concentrate, to making sure that, whatever I gather there, I will relay back to the Gambia Karate for more updates, because karate is like it's updating every 8 updates. So if you're not attending the courses, so you can be able to know exactly what is the current update, and also that can affect the athletes in international championship, because every championship, likely sometimes World Karate Federation, they conduct courses related to these lessons that or the rules that they want to apply in that competition. So actually, every country that is going to participate there, if you are not updated in those rules, like you don't participate in courses, you cannot know. So even your athletes went there, they might lose or be disappointed with everything. So this is why as me, technical director of the Gambia Karate Federation, every year I normally come twice or once. With the also support of my assistant technical director, that is Sensei Tamba. Previously, I saw him in the studio here. Very committed guy. That is, I'm working with him related, to everything that I have. I give it to him. Him also is really giving it out to the Gambia Karate Federation students.
Hello, you are quite young, so if you are a karate judge in that event, tell us, are you still actively doing karate, or once you become a judge, you cannot compete? Can you still compete?
Actually, my age, I can call it young. I'm 40 years.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So
all right.
In the field of karate, in that age, I'm young when it comes to international judge. But in the field of what I serve in the karate, I'm not young.
Young. Competition.
Because I started at the age of 5.
Okay.
So actually, with the age I serve in the karate, I'm an old man. Mm-hmm. Related to my real age,
Okay.
So, and also I have did a lot of achievement in the Gambia here before I traveled. From the time I started at the age of 5, 97, I was the first junior black belt in the Gambia at that time at the age of 14, which was a history also, who break that record. Then 2003, I was in the national team. And then as an athlete, as a captain, traveling to Senegal, we did the sub-region. As the karate martial art, we normally travel in the sub-regions, And then also in 2010, then I became the national team coach of the Gambia Karate, almost for 8 years before I had my journey to Dubai. So during my embark on journey to Dubai, and then with my performance, with my commitment, the Gambia Karate Federation also members, they are seeing in the media what I'm doing. I'm making communication constantly. They feel like to appoint me as a technical director, and then which also was a very good, motivation to me, as a big responsibility, as a country to give me that tax. So with me in Dubai, I will not joke. So that pushed me more, to make sure that I will concentrate more in everything. So I was also with the UAE Karate Federation there, and I have a karate school teaching many different nationalities in the world, Chinese, European, Americans, And then my club name is Dragon Karate Academy. It's a branch that also it's here, originated from here, Dragon Karate School. And then within that, concentrating with the federation, with everything. So I decided to be a judge, because if you are a master, you cannot be an athlete anymore, So I connect myself to the judge side. And then actually it's not only about the fighting, because the judging side, international karate is academics. So if you don't go to school, it's a problem, because all their lessons, their questions related to school. So there's theory.
Yeah, it's theory, real aspect
theory
of
and
it.
practical.
And
so
practical,
the theoretical aspect, that one you must have to pass it when you come to the exam. So they know most of practice. Many people can, do the practical side. So where they, come look all of them, when they konye guy, is where now they will make people to fail, because of it's the most important side is the theoretical side. So the theory can determine, practically on the ground. So I decided to pass the exam as the first West African, the same time also in UAE Karate Federation as the first black, who passed that exam, the exam, to be a continental judge in the Asia Karate Federation. So it's a big pride for me, and then also it's a big pride for the Gambia, you know, and also for West Africa, moreover Africa, to achieve that.
That's fantastic, and Aliu, congratulations. I wish we could have gone on and on and on, but time is not on our side. And that's Aliu Ba, a karate judge now. And Aliu, we wish you all the best of luck in your future endeavors.
Thank
Hopefully
you very much.
you would one day become one of the best karate judges in Africa.
Sure. The Gambia.
The Gambia International.
Inshallah.
Yes.
Inshallah, Rabbi. Just what I want to add more, my final word is, the Gambia Karate Federation, all clubs, all masters, the executive committee, technical committee, they are doing all their effort, making sure that these sports will grow in the Gambia here, you know, because all our aim is for development of youth and sports. So I'm urging the government to make sure to look after karate, because definitely karate are developing, you know, recent years we are really progressing very, very fast. Moreover, like last year, 2024, a lot of competitions, you know, all students are motivated. We have an achievement in Guinea-Conakry with continental coach and our athletes. To have that second, first silver medalist in Zone 2 as a Gambian, it's a big, you know, consideration, you know, to be done on the karate side. Honestly, as a technical director, I'm there, but I'm doing all effort helping the federation with everything, technically, you know, financially, everything, you know, to making sure that this sport will grow. But what I'm just begging the government to concentrate in karate.
Yes, so government, you've been tasked to help karate. That's Aliu Ba from the Karate Federation, now a judge in Asia who recently officiated some karate competitions between individuals. On a final note, we will end with football trials in Brikama, which was recently held and being organized by Unique Global Football Club, which is a second division club. They had football recruitment officials from the United Kingdom, from Millwall, from Portsmouth and Crystal Palace. And I was there. Let's see what happened. The Championship and League One. The players demonstrated their potential in areas such as athleticism, ball control, passing, dribbling and goal-scoring abilities. Adeniran Adeyinka Jr., head of recruitment at London-based Millwall FC of the EFL Championship, the second level of English football, shared insights in some of the promising talents identified during the event.
The day one of this trial has been amazing, fantastic. As you can see behind me over here, we're now doing our final game. So we've had 4 games this morning, an under-16 one, under-17, under-18, under-19. They've been playing 40 minutes through, which is a long time in this heat, and they've also had a physical test before they played the matches. So it's been very, very productive, very, very good. We've now selected it, shortened the list from maybe, I'd say 150 players, now down to the last 20. Last 24, we'll then select the last 16 to come and play on Thursday. But it's been very, very amazing from minute one. The under-16, so much talent. I'm phoning people, I'm texting people saying, hey, there's this player, there's that player. It's actually, the standard has been very, very, very high.
The football trials, organized by Unique Global FC in partnership with Elite Coaching Academy from the UK, aim to give young players the opportunity to learn, develop and be exposed to the standards required to play professionally through the Elite Player Performance Program model. Papa Yusuf Anjay, president of Unique Global FC, discusses the significance of partnership.
So I think there should be a lot of emphasis on scouting and coaching. They go together. So my first impressions are the talent is here, and I can be very open. The purpose here is to develop players and give them opportunities. Mbai has been live streaming. Over the last couple of hours, people have seen that. They've called Ade, they've called Idi. We want this player, we want that player. Just immediately. And when you look at the sheet of people being retained, those names are on the names that people are asking for. So for me, again, it's privilege. These young men are privileged to be in this position because the people here have a network. They've taken players to the Premier League, to the Championship, and other European countries.
Football trials present a unique and crucial opportunity for young players to demonstrate their abilities and talents in front of scouts and recruitment officials from top clubs and academies. For many aspiring footballers, these trials represent a gateway to a professional career, offering the chance to be noticed by elite coaching staff who can provide the necessary guidance and develop to help them reach their full potential. A strong performance during these trials can lead to an invitation to join a prestigious academy or even a professional squad where players receive top-tier coaching, access to high-performance facilities, and a chance to compete at higher levels. Beyond the technical skills, trials also allow players to showcase their mental toughness, work ethic, and ability to adapt to the demands of professional football, traits that are highly valued by clubs. Young footballers. Well, that's it for Qsports this evening. Thank you very much for watching. Join us next week on Saturday at 11 a.m. Until then, bye.